I'm gonna go ahead and drain this out on the side there. And yeah, we should be able to connect up pretty easily here. I'm gonna wait to heal a little bit. Well, we should be fine. Come on. Yeah, okay, we got it. Great. Now let's go ahead and make this edge here a little nicer looking. A little bit. Right. Go ahead and get rid of this hive here. Kind of ugly along the wall there, if I'm being honest. Alright, there is that. And again, we're gonna get rid of this little spike here, and then just connect up that wall as we see fit. And then later, once we defeat call her King again. Once we defeat Queen Bee, then we will get that tool. I think it's called a Hive Wand. And we'll be able to place down the hive blocks and fill in the rest of the arena. You're gonna be like that. We might as well square you off. Why not? There's our arena. So now, we've got about 20-25 minutes left, which gives us probably just enough time to get rid of all of these little islands along the ceiling and fill in the platforms. I think we have enough time for all of that. Let's start with the platforms, though, because, again, it's going to be easier to fill in all of the hive walls once we have, you know, footing on the platforms. All right. The platforms. Let's get this done. Again, we probably do need at least a little bit more wood before this is done, but... get that pretty easily, I would say. Everything should be at least almost fully grown in by now. Doesn't really take that long for plants to grow in Terraria. Except for maybe the potion plants, but I mean, most of those have special conditions to bloom anyways. I guess this can serve as a nice mob farm later on, too. Once we get the battle power scroll, that thing basically multiplies enemy spawns by like, I don't know, like 50 or something like that. Way more than the normal battle potion does. But once we get that, we can definitely use this as a cool mob farm. I don't know, for money, for rare drops, for whatever. Just for the sake of hearing all the squibs and the sound effects and everything. Maybe we should have started from the top, worked our way down, so we didn't have to deal with these slimes climbing up the arena. Would have been smart. These yellow slimes are really getting on my nerves now at this point. Holy crap, I just made the state of Arkansas. Look at that. That looks exactly like Arkansas. It's kind of funny. Alright. Still got quite a few platforms to get done. Definitely gonna have to go back and get some more wood. Whew. Pretty chill stream, I would say today. Relatively kind of boring, in all honesty. We just got done with a boss we've been working on for like a month now, and all we're doing is making an arena for another one. Not even really doing anything like lore or progression or anything like that. It's just one boss to the other. This is a little lame, but like I said, I honestly think Hive Mind might be harder than all of the rest of the bosses until hard mode. So I don't think we're gonna have too much struggle getting to hard mode now that we're done with Hive Mind. I think the last boss might give us a little bit of trouble because we have to fight that boss in the underworld. So we would have to basically create a platform throughout the entire underworld, which does take a long time to do. It's very tedious. But there are items to help us out with that. From Louis AFK. We're definitely going to make use of those. And we do already have a lot of items like water walking potions, Terra Spark boots, all these potion powers and stuff like that, which will help out with, you know, reducing spawns, preventing us from taking lava damage, and all that good stuff. So, we do have help, but it's still going to be kind of a lot of work to do that, so that might give us some trouble, but I don't think the boss itself will. As long as we, you know, get that work done, that's like half of the boss fight basically already done. And I mean, obviously, we're gonna want these arenas and everything for later. There are more jungle bosses, so we're going to be reusing this arena definitely more than once. And the underworld arena, we're going to use that one more than once. The dungeon arena, I don't know about that one. We may use that like once or twice, maybe. But honestly, we're probably just going to use it for Skeletron. And then the last boss that we have to deal with, pretty sure we can just fight that at home in our King Slime arena. You know, the Eye of Cthulhu and all that stuff. So that'll be sorted out already. Yeah, we just gotta put in the work now and relieve ourselves of some heartache later. It's been working out so far. We've reused a couple of arenas a few times. Like that desert one. Actually, did we reuse it? I think we maybe just used it the one time. The forest arena, like the one at home, obviously we've used that one a few times, but the corruption arena, I guess we've reused it with the Eater of Worlds, now the Hive Mind. We will reuse the home arena, like I said, a couple of times. Not just, you know, before pre-hard mode, but we're going to use it a couple of times. This one we're definitely going to use a few times throughout the playthrough. And the Underworld one we're definitely going to use a few times for that. Or for different bosses as well. Yeah. We'll definitely be saving ourselves trouble once we progress through the game. Okay, I'll go ahead and cut that off there. Don't need to bring up the platform any more than that. Alright, that's gonna be most of the work done actually. Now, that slope is gonna cause us to, you know, reduce the number of platforms as we go up. So, that'll be nice. Go ahead and have Fungal Clump take care of these hornets as they spawn in here. Alright. Try not to stall so much so we can actually get this done without going over time too much. Just gonna go ahead and get rid of all of the rest of the straggling islands here before we get some more wood. This is probably gonna end up sending me back home anyways. Yep, there we go. Alright. Drop everything off. Oh, throw everything in the trash, sell it, whatever. We don't need any of this stuff. Go ahead and get rid of that. And we'll grab some more wood while we walk to our pylon, like last time. And after that, all we need to do is the torches, which should be relatively simple. Again, we're going to use my equation that works, you know, for this situation. Oh, I'm not using my my axe. I gotta get my axe. Oopsie daisy. I'll just grab all the wood before we get to the desert, like all the trees along the way. You know what I mean? Then we'll have a good supply, probably left over for us to just keep in our inventory, like normal. Alright. That should be plenty, I would think. Slime is falling from the sky. Great. Good thing I will not be on the surface for now. Alright. There's the ceiling taken care of. I remember there was one other little patch back here that I missed because I died. And we'll cover that up when we get the hive wand. Not a big deal. Yeah, just this. Alright. Alright. So, get the last of these platforms done. There's only like a handful of layers left to do. Go ahead and fill in all these hive walls while we ascend. Do we have any dirt on us? Got rid of my dirt, didn't I? Oh, that's annoying. And I'm thinking about putting campfires down, but I don't really know if we need them at this point. It'd be nice just for the look of them. But considering we have the campfire power in that scroll of the arena, we don't really need campfires, I don't think. I don't think the effect stacks like that. It might, but there's not really a good way to measure that without just looking it up, you know? Alright, we got two more. We might want an extra one, now that I'm looking at it. We did take out a lot of the height here. I think another one, an extra one, wouldn't be that bad. Alright, last one here. Gotta take this one all the way across, which is fine. Again, we've been coming in on the walls. So the length of the platforms at this height is not that bad compared to down there. Alright, and there it is. There is the arena basically done. We do need the torches now. Go ahead and do that after I fill this in here. Alright. I'm gonna keep this, because I think this is a pet. That later. Or another pet. We can craft another pet out of this one, which is kind of weird, but do that later. We'll keep these hive blocks on us, again, for when we want to completely finish the arena. But let's go ahead and get these torches in. Put away our dynamite as well once we get home. Alright. So we're going to want the full length of the arena. Oh, we're going to have to drain some of this honey first. Hold on. Forgot. It's going to start flooding everything. I guess we might as well just drain some of it and plug it back up. I'll just wait for that to go down for a little bit. So we're going to want from this end all the way over here on this wall, all the way to the furthest point on the other wall, which is going to be way up here. Okay. Go ahead and start over here since we're already here. We're going to want a torch here and a torch on the other end. We don't count that towards our total. Oh, we're in the corruption biome now, huh? We technically leave the underground jungle at some point. Okay, that's good to know. Alright. So we've got... I know we were gonna say... Was it? What? I know I said we were gonna start on the other side of the arena, but let's just start over here. Because we moved. Okay, so we got 26... No, I remember now. I just have to place a bunch of them and then count them afterwards. That's right. I remember now. Let's put you right there. We'll line you up. Go all the way up here, right there. Alright, let me get my phone. We're gonna go a bit over time, but that's fine. Only a few minutes. Alright, so we're not counting that edge block. Got 19. 19 plus 20. Plus. I'm gonna move all the way down here. 19 plus 20 plus 27. Plus 30. Plus 32. Plus 25. Plus 30. Plus 33. Plus 23. Plus 27. Okay. We've got... Oh no. 26, because we're not counting the edge block there. We've got 265. Which sounds like it would be a good number to work with, but let's see if it actually is. Got 265. So we're going to want to subtract the number torches that are going to be spaced out on each line. So let's start with like 18. Minus 18. And divide that by 19. Oh, perfect. Oh, that worked out just fine. Okay, great. So we're going to have 13 spaces in between each torch. Definitely doable. And we should have 18 torches total. Alright. So there's a space of 13 there. There's a space there. Alright. Obviously, we're not going to get to the very edge of the wall on this platform, but we're going to go ahead and descend to here. Take all these torches down with us. Keep going. Are we off by one? We might be off by one. Let's see. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. Oh, is this a 12? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. Let's misplaced one of the torches there. Alright, easy enough. There we go then. There's our torch spacing. We'll go ahead and fill in the rest of the arena right now. Alright, that should be 13 now. Let's go ahead and do this. Again, fairly big arena, so this might take me a minute, but go ahead and get it done. I think this is done draining to the point we need it. And patch that back up. Alright. Bring all these torches down as they need. gonna use fungal clump to take care of the riffraff. And I'll go ahead and end stream once I'm done with this. I won't fight the boss. It's gonna take too much time to do that, I think. I just don't want to go too far over time. Not a huge deal that I do, but I would just prefer not to, is all. I didn't realize I missed some of the wall right here. Not bad. Alright. Where were we? This is wrong. This was the set that we use to count all the numbers of blocks. We're gonna use this set right here. Come on, there we go. Alright, maybe this is gonna take a little bit longer than I expected. Oy, alright. All these enemies are giving me a hard time here. To be fair, I am quite literally terraforming their home, my own liking. I don't blame them, but they should die anyways. You know what I mean? Like, why are you so mad? I'm making it look nice. I've got jungle torches. I put back the hive walls as I destroyed them. Like, come on now. Why are you so mad? I definitely didn't murder, like, thousands of bees in, like, an hour. Alright. Still going. Still got a ways to go here. Let me finish the top of the arena first. Like that might be a little bit easier. Start compartmentalizing the work rather than just, you know, approaching it all at the same time. Yeah, this feels much better. Alright. Got this middle section here. Take a minute. I really don't know why I thought it would be a good idea to turn this whole thing into an arena. I didn't think it would be this, quite this tedious, to be honest. Guess now I know, though. Especially in the jungle as well, out of all places. We got I think 4 more or 5 more. Right. 1. There's 2. Oh, this is also outside of the jungle, apparently. That little section right there. Interesting. Here's 2, here's 3. There's 4. And 5. So this whole corner over here is going to be a little bit dangerous. Apparently, if we leave the underground jungle, Queen Bee will be enraged. If we take her like way over here, she'll be enraged for a minute. If we take her up here, she'll be enraged for a minute. If we take her over here, she'll be enraged somehow. I'm not really sure how this turns into a normal cave for a minute. Let me check over here again. Oh, this is good. Okay. Alright, so there we go. We've got our arena, we've got our torches, and it's looking nice. Now, all we have to do is beat the boss and get that hive wand. We can fill in the rest of this right here. We can patch that little wood platform down here with hive, bit of wood. And then we can fill in the ceiling up here with hive blocks. Yeah, there you go. Did not expect to go like 15 minutes uh overtime because of the torches, but there you go. At least now we have this forever. We can use this arena as many times as we want. That's pretty nice. Yeah. Thank you for watching. If you watched on Twitch, I will see you tomorrow. If you watched on YouTube, I will also see you tomorrow. No, that's a lie. Sorry. If you're watching on YouTube, I will see you on Monday, not tomorrow. I will not be uploading on the weekends. So there you go. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Yeah.